Hello and welcome to BarbWire Strategy. Today's show is a conversation that I had with Judge White back in 1993. I think you'll enjoy it. There's two things that are interesting about Judge White, and that is, number one, he was a strong conservative. He was appointed by John F. Kennedy in 1962, and he served until 1993, which when he vacated his seat, he made it available for Ruth Bader Ginsburg, although he never would have picked Ruth necessarily because he was a strong conservative. But the irony in this is the fact that the liberals all cry about Amy Barrett becoming a Supreme Court justice and filling Ruth's seat, Ruth being the liberal that she was. But the irony in this is that the fact that Ruth Bader Ginsburg was a liberal and filled a conservative seat. So really we could say that Amy, being a conservative and a constitutionalist, Donald Trump is simply putting it back the way it was back in 1993, whenever Judge White resigned. He resigned after 31 years on the court bench and lived an additional 9 years. The other interesting thing about Judge White is the fact that he wrote the dissenting opinion on Roe versus Wade. He was one of two justices that voted against Roe versus Wade, and his opinion, in my opinion, still stands. Roe versus Wade should never have existed. The United States government has no business ruling in on the issue of abortion. That should be left up to each individual state. That's my opinion. And that correlates with the Constitution. So enjoy the show, and I'll see you on the other end. We'll see you. Yes?
Colonel, a call came in just now from Justice White. I have the justice on the line for you. Do you want to take it?
Yes, put him through, Trixie.
Okay, here he is.
Colonel Amor, how you doing?
Just fine, Your Honor. How is the last man on the Warren Court doing these days?
Well, my health is good, but I think it's about time I get off the bench while I'm still breathing air.
Oh, Your Honor, you're still a young whippersnapper. You have plenty of years left to live.
Yes, and that's exactly why I'm going to shed these robes and get out from behind this bench that I've been sitting on since April 12, 1962. That means in another month, I'll have been here 31 years. I need a break.
Well, I guess you do, but do you think that Clinton is ready to get into the nomination process just yet? I mean, he's not even past his honeymoon period.
Well, if he's not ready, then he needs to get ready. From what I hear, perhaps my vacancy will give him something to concentrate on beyond all that late-night rendezvous I've been hearing about throughout the grapevine. Isn't it the job of you boys in the OSS to rein him in?
Justice White, you know as well as I do that the OSS was dissolved on September the 20th, 1945. President Harry S. Truman signed Executive Order 9621, terminating the OSS. I should know, because I was there when he signed it.
Yes, I was around as well. If you recall, I came out of the war as a lieutenant commander in naval intelligence, and I also know that Truman turned off the lights on you boys that night in September of 45, and then you're the one put the bug in his ear to bring the OSS back to life the next day in true Black Ops attire. You boys have been pulling the strings all these years, and you know it.
Justice White, sir, I think that you've been reading too many spy novels. And since this is my unsecured line, I actually have no idea what you're talking about.
Unsecured line? Oh yeah, right. Unsecured. I got you. As you were, Colonel, I have no idea where I was going with that.
Your Honor, I think that you were about to ask me if I could ease your conscience as you jump ship at the High Court. And, in the process, get our new president to concentrate on your replacement instead of following his passions for female pursuit.
Yes, sir. That's exactly what I had in mind. If you would be so kind as to assist me with my own departure, it would be greatly appreciated.
So tell me, are you thinking about going back to your old job with the NFL? Now let me see if memory serves me right. Was it the Pittsburgh Pirates or the Detroit Lions you used to work for?
No, Colonel. I went in with the Pittsburgh Pirates in 38, and then they changed our name to the Steelers in 1940. But then I became a Rhodes Scholar and sailed to England in early 1939 with the intention of staying there for 3 years. They called me Whizzer White in those days, and I gave football 100%. But I decided to come back to the States and go to Yale Law. Then I took a leave of absence to play football again with the Detroit Lions. So I played ball and attended school. That is until the Japs bombed us in '42 and I joined up in the Navy. So no, my ball playing days are behind me, but that doesn't mean my ball watching days are behind me. And as soon as I shed these robes, I'll be buying season tickets to every game.
I see. Well, Your Honor, when is it you think that you'll be doing that striptease dance for the country?
Well, that would be tomorrow at the end of court. I'll just tag it in onto the end of the day business.
Tomorrow? You mean at the end of court? You're just going to announce it there at the end of court? And you're not going to call a special press conference together or anything?
No, nothing fancy like that. I'm not some big shot like Justice Warren was. I'm just an old Navy man who's ready to go watch some ball games. Nothing fancy.
Well, Your Honor, you're not giving me much time in advance notice, I have to admit.
Well, I'm giving you more notice than the president. He gets to know as soon as he reads it in the paper the next morning. I'm giving you a heads up so that you and your boys can grease the wheels of the political circus that comes with these announcements. So consider this a courtesy call. I would tell President Clinton, but why bother? It's guys like you who really do selection stuff.
Yes, that's true. In fact, I'm going to have to babysit him throughout your entire replacement process. But like you said, maybe this will give him something to concentrate on besides all the skirts that he's been chasing lately.
Well, I can't blame the old boy. I mean, if I had to go home to Hillary each night, I might be out scouting the pasture myself all night.
Yes, Your Honor. Hillary is a real bitch, that's for sure.
Now, don't say that, Colonel. Remember, this is an unsecured line.
Yes, sir, you're right. You never know when the old bat is going to call the NSA and get the boys over there to come eavesdrop on us. She's been known to do that. Listen, Your Honor, I appreciate your call, and I want to assure you that we are going to find a top-notch man to replace you on that bench. We are going to find a strong conservative to fill your seat. And I tell you, I do also promise you that it will not be one of these liberal left-wing communist bastards that the Democrats seem to want to put in these days. I promise you that.
Yes, please don't do that. And you better watch that Janet Reno. She's got a book of those communists that she might want to introduce to the president. So you and your boys at the OSS tend to business and watch out for those commies in our closet.
Well, Your Honor, I hope you have a great retirement. And listen, I tell you what, whenever you get some of those seats to the ballpark and the game, give me a call. You never know, I might join you one of these days.
Thank you, Colonel. Glad you're still holding down the fort for us.
Yes, sir.
And as Edward R. Murrow used to say, good night and good luck.
Well, good night and good luck to you too, sir.
Good night.
We'll see you. Well, when it rains, it pours. Trixie, get me the Speaker of the House, and I guess you better call the President too. Or no, you know what? Don't bother the President. Just give me the Speaker. We'll work this out with him.
Okay.
Buddy boy, I think your honeymoon is just about over. Yeah. So that was my conversation with Judge White, and I hope you enjoyed it. This is part 2 of a 14-part series on the Supreme Court and the nomination of Amy Coney Barrett, who tonight just was sworn in at the White House by Justice Clarence Thomas, a very fine judge. Probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an episode and then another episode, and I might interrupt it with a different topic. But I'll always tell you when I come back to this episode on the Supreme Court. So join us next time for part 3 of the Supreme Court episodes on Amy Coney Barrett's nomination. Until then, this is Colonel Jim Ed Love telling you good night and good luck. We'll see you later.